Hello and welcome back to Down the Track. In this episode, we'll be previewing the game between the Royal Challengers Bangalore and Kolkata Knight Riders. It's going to be the first game of the first doubleheader of the season, so it's going to be a day game. That might, come into play. The conditions might be a bit different during the day. There won't be that much dew, so it'll be interesting how that goes. Royal Challengers Bangalore coming in with a lot of confidence. They've won the first two games. They're the only team to win, two games so far, and they're coming up against a KKR side who had a bit of a debacle in their last game against Mumbai Indians. They were in a winning position and they threw it away. They needed 30 runs of 30 balls and they just kept losing wickets. They bowled really well, but the batting middle order was an issue. Their firepower, their engine room, Russell, Karthik, and Morgan have not fired yet. I think they'll have to work on that. If they can start getting runs and start clicking, then KKR will win games. I think that's very important. One advantage is that the likes of Nitesh Rana is getting runs, and he's giving them that platform. But the middle order needs to take advantage of that platform, and because that's what they're going to rely on to get them across the line. Whereas I think Bangalore, they look like a good unit this year. Their bowling has improved remarkably. Siraj with the new ball, unbelievable. He's bowling maidens, pick up wickets. Then you have Jamieson, his pace and variation has been good. And Harshal Patel has been sensational, especially in the middle overs and death overs. He's getting the ball to tail in. And then you have Chahal and Washington Sundar, and even Shahbaz Ahmed is chipping in, both with the bat and ball. He made a few runs with the bat, but with the ball, he's picked up 3 wickets against Sunrisers in 1 over. So he can also produce. So that's giving you an extra spin option on these kind of pitches in Chennai, which will offer a lot to spin. And that's the thing. I think having seen the last few games in Chennai, batting first would probably be the right option, even though this is a day game. But I feel even with the sun beating down, it might get drier and even more conducive to spin. So I think the likes of Chahal, then Chakravarti from KKR will come into play. I think KKR will also have to look at who they're going to play in the extra spinner role. Probably Shakib Al Hasan. He's done a good job, so he can also bowl in the power play. Nitesh Rana can roll his arm over as well. I don't think the bowling is an issue right now. Pat Cummins has been bowling really well. Prasidh Krishna will chip in as well. And what's his name? Andre Russell has become a death over specialist. So I don't think the bowling will be that much of an issue. The batting they'll have to focus on, especially that middle order, like I said. And Shubman Gill also, him and Rana, when they do get starts, they'll have to convert that. Tripathi's been decent, one down. But it's those three guys, Morgan, Russell, and Karthik, who will have to contribute. For RCB, Glenn Maxwell in incredible form. I think, mentally he looks happier. He looks at peace. The fact that he's sandwiched between De Villiers and Kohli in the batting order, I think that gives him the liberty and the freedom to come and play his shots. He's playing that reverse sweep. He's playing the big shots as well. He's not shy of playing the big shots. And also the fact that he showed some maturity as well. He's rotating the stride against Sunrisers. He played according to the conditions, so he's assessing the conditions well as well. He looks happier right now in his new team, and if he continues to play like this, it'll give RCB a lot of confidence, because they've been relying on AB and Kohli for a lot of years, and with Maxwell coming in, he can shoulder that burden and really give them a lift in this team. For me, the players to watch out for from KKR, it has to be Andre Russell again, and this time with the bat. Like, he's shown what he can do with the ball. 5 wickets in 2 overs. He has form with the ball. He's hitting the right line and length in the death overs. He's bowling with impeccable accuracy, but with the batting, he's not connecting right now. Just not hitting the middle of his bat. He's miscuing it, even though he hasn't. In the last game, he gave 2 chances and still he couldn't capitalize. When Russell gives you a chance, he normally punishes you, but he just couldn't capitalize. So he needs to connect, get a few shots off the middle of the blade, and then that'll give him some confidence. So I would want to see how Russell goes. And for RCB, I really want to see Chahal. I think he's had a quiet season so far. I mean, it's just been a couple of games, but the likes of Shahbaz Ahmed picked up wickets. I think that will give Chahal some confidence, and he'll also want to pick up wickets and get that rhythm back, because he's their main spinner. No matter what, he's the main spinner. He's the wicket taker. These conditions are conducive to spin. They will help him. It'll assist him. So I think he'll need some few wickets to get that confidence back. Even I think that India series, he lacked a bit of confidence. So Virat Kohli will be backing him. And if Chahal can pick up a few wickets, I think, he's bowled a bit in the power play. He needs to bowl in the middle overs, to be honest. I think Sundar should get that power play role, even though that left-right combination, I know there's a matchup issue, but I just feel that with the older ball, no matter who is bowling to a right-hander or left-hander, I think Chahal will be more effective. And I think maybe he can slow it down a bit as well on these pitches. He doesn't need to bowl the quicker one as much. And I think he's going to be a player to watch out for. Virat Kohli versus Owen Morgan. It's going to be a fascinating game. Kohli's form as well. He's got a few starts. He'll want to convert that and play the anchor role. Morgan as well. He's not been in the greatest form. He'll want to capitalize with the bat. And you can't not talk about AB de Villiers. I think AB de Villiers is a world-class player. He's a great finisher. He didn't have the greatest game in the second game, but his first game, he showed what he can do. So, and he doesn't have that much rust, even though he hasn't played cricket. So, AB de Villiers, looking forward to him playing as well. I think this game will be won again with the middle order batting. Who bats better in the middle order and takes the team through? Because if the pitch is similar to the other pitches, it's going to get harder to bat on in the last 10 overs of both innings. So who plays more better in that time? They need one player. Maybe KKR need the likes of Morgan, RCB, either AB or Maxwell, to guide the team home from 10th over onwards. That's going to be key. Also, the approach in the first 10, do you go even harder now? Do you go even more aggressive? That's also a question to be asked. But then if you lose wickets there, then it's no point, because it'll get even harder to bat on. So are you a bit more conservative and then adjust according to the situation? I don't think you on these Chennai pitches, you need to go too aggressive. You have to be smart, put the bad balls away. Make use of the new ball for sure. I think with the field in, you should make use of it. But if you do lose a wicket or one or two, then be a bit more conservative and take it as it goes, and then rotate the strike. I think rotation of strike is very important on these wickets. If you don't get the boundaries, no problem, but don't consume dot balls. And I think that's what the match will be, won or lost in the middle overs. Can they rotate the strike and keep the run rate going? Either team, whoever does it better, will win the game, I think. Right now, I think RCB have confidence going into this game, but don't count KKR out. I think they'll come back strong after the last loss. They've learned from it for sure. And it won't be an easy game for RCB, but they have the confidence. They have 2 wins under their belt. I think it's going to be 50-50 going into this game. Let's see how it goes. But thank you so much for joining me. Make sure you like and subscribe to our channel and comment with who you think who's going to win this game.